Go and get yourself this thing. They should try and link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz. What this pink stuff is? Don't tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, better get a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can place it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's... Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 23 carries, 118 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a golden watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
For the Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Trubisky on first down. That's complete to Mooney.
Trubisky's pass.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
That's good.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
4-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. On the slant, able to find Ayuk.
Garoppolo's pass.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 4 catches, 62 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Complete to George Kittle.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
First down, 49ers.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Javon Kinlaw. Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
At the 32-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Javon Kinlaw dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
To Brandon Ayuk. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Here we go.
On first, they go right back to Howard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Garoppolo now.
at the 45.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Garoppolo's pass. He was taken down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
Garoppolo's pass.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Bears nothing.
Working with a 2nd and 3. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Chicago offense set to get started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trubisky's
open man is Komet, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 20.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Darnell.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
4 yards. That's another Bears first down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 49ers' 8-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
Now it's Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Niners 7, Bears 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's caught by Howard. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Richie James. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now
from the shotgun is Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. Call it a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll begin with a handoff to Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo again. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
21 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Exit 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Forced out to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
For Chicago.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
49er first down.
Garoppolo on 1st down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running with Howard. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Point after.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
from the 29, Trubisky, and he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Greenlaw on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
On second and 7, Trubisky. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go with Howard again.
Jordan Howard, the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Go Bears! First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6. Brings up third and 6.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync.
Richard Sherman.
Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Pushes him over. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with Howard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, second and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
San Francisco.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, this is Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
field goal unit, and Joey Sly now. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Bears 3.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Going on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Trubisky's
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Trubisky sacked by Javon Kinlaw.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
That's another Bears first down.
Again, it's Trubisky. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
For Javon.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Wims. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, they seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Automatic first down.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Toss left to Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And the Bears get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43.
At the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 3rd down, Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On second down now, it's Howard, and room there to work it inside the 25.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.